Hello everyone, Watchux here. How's it going? So it's been one day since I posted a video about the components and voila! I installed it all perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but you know what I mean. I did my very best installing the CPU fan right here, and the CPU is obviously underneath it for full pressure and everything. And the dual RAM sticks, the 64 gigabytes total. I mean, each is 32 gigabytes, so 64 in total. And this is the motherboard, the power supply. This is the USB connection for these two slots right here. And down there is the power connection, for this. Click, click, right? And over there we have the HD audio. Why a dedicated server need an audio? I don't know, but I don't want a cable just lying around, so I connected it. In fact, I was gonna not connect this as well because I couldn't figure out where the USB was, like the connection was, because my knowledge was like from 19 years ago when I installed mine on my mom's first PC with my dad, and now I did it with myself. Although I did get to have my son contribute a little bit in screwing the power supply into the side here. Yep, I tried to get him to use the screwdriver a little to screw that in. He understood how to do it. He just couldn't figure out how to, when you twist, you have to put the hand back in and then twist again and back in, twist like that motion, which he couldn't figure out, but he might eventually one day. So, yep. So this is a massive CPU cooler. I didn't even realize how big it is. In fact, you may be wondering why is the fan on the back end instead of the front end, like this one. You see, if I tried to have it on the front end, but because of the RAM stick's height, the fan is sticking out a bit more, so the case couldn't close. And not that the case couldn't even close anyway, because because you see, so I had to move the fan to the back end instead of front end. And even still, it's not fully closing. Like, let me just show you. All right, I got the glass, making sure that I don't accidentally reflect off of it. I don't want to reveal myself. So I'm trying to connect it. Oh, hopefully I don't break it. So trying to connect it, like so. Oh, careful, careful. I mean, it's kind of difficult to do this with one hand. Hold up. I think I got it. No, I don't. Okay, move down here. I'm trying to screw it in. It's not going in. Come on, screw. Just go in. Why isn't it going in? Is it because? No way. Hold up. All right, I connected it in. Sorry about that. I was panicking. But yeah, but you see this part. Yep, it can close. Yep, can close because the fan's sticking out. The fan is sticking out. So even putting it on the back end, it wouldn't help because of the motherboard's. The motherboard has something like a thing out here on the bottom end that's causing this to not go in fully. So, yeah, so this part of it will have to probably just stick out while the bottom side went in, no problem. But the top side, yeah, a tiny gap. Small enough for any insect to crawl in, which I'm hoping that nothing does while I'm away, until I don't know, until who knows when I'll come back. But yeah, so that's one of the hiccups, and another one. You might be wondering, did I not have any other problems when installing this? There was a hair-raising situation, in fact. So you see, I was trying to install. I installed the CPU perfectly fine. Okay, I installed the CPU perfectly fine, and then when I was trying to install the CPU cooler, you know how you paste the thermal paste onto the CPU? Yeah, about that. I because I had my fan blowing at full speed, but while I was pasting in the thermal paste, the fan blew a tiny portion of it onto the motherboard. And I'm like, oh no, is this good? Is this bad? Can I ignore it? And I went Googling around, searching around, even asked the Gemini about it. And all the advice was, nope, that's not a good idea. So I spent like maybe half an hour with a cloth trying to get rid of it while doing my best to not disrupt or destroy any kind of components, because this motherboard is like expensive. It's not cheap. And neither is this. And neither is the CPU. So like, holy. Oh my goodness. That was half an hour of my lifespan literally shrunk. Oh, I was so scared. I was so scared. I was very nervous, all right? I was very nervous when I was getting to install this and all that. But after this, everything was fine. After this, everything was fine. I installed all the fans, like three down here, two above, one at the back. Uh, so, yeah. So now you understand why I mounted the fan on the back end instead of the front end. You see, yeah, it's because of the RAM sticks height. Sadly, I I mean, for my budget, I couldn't. I know there might be smaller ones, but uh, they were way beyond my budget. So I decided, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh well, it is what it is. And so I'm gonna have to stick with this. But honestly, in fact, I wasn't actually not gonna order this one. I was actually planning to order. Oh dear. I'm back, everyone. Yeah, that was my wife. She was just calling. So, yeah, that was the whole shenanigans that happened while installing the whole thing. You may be wondering, what about the cable management? Um, let's forget it. Okay, I did my best to make it as clean as possible. Like, look at it. Okay, look at it from this point of view. Okay, you can see all the cables. You don't see many cables, to be honest, and that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. See, you don't see any kind of cables. You don't see any kind of problems. No, no clutter, no fuss, no problems, right? Yeah, all good, all neat. There's no issues at all. So I think I did a good job after 19 years. In all honesty, the only part that had me concerned was the CPU, as well as these connectors, because I was worried that I might fry the motherboard if I didn't connect everything properly. So I was like, oh, shush. In fact, like all procedures, install the motherboard, install the RAMs first, install the CPUs, obviously, and then I put the motherboard in, but I forgot I had to connect the CPU headers. The CPU connectors right there. Can you see it? It's a little dark. It's right there. Two cables right there. Yep. So those are the ones. Yeah. I had a nasty time trying to connect those because of how little room there is. I did contemplate removing this to give a bit more finger space, but really, was that necessary? So I decided to wing it, waggle it, do whatever that my fingers can, remove all of my finger rings, and finally it worked. I finally connected those two, and I posted. Everything's fine. Everything's loaded. Everything's good. So right now I'm just waiting for the hard drive to come up, the NVMe for the main connection right here. So we'll see. But I am contemplating of getting two more RAM sticks, because right now it's 64 gigabytes, and I'm thinking of making it 128 for future proofing it. You could say, yep, future proofing it, because it's better to have more than less. And since I already had the opportunity, I might as well go for it. I might as well, I would have blew the budget. Believe me, believe me. Speaking of my wife, she she was complaining that, hey, you blew the budget. You told me this amount first, and then you told me this amount first, and then I just was increasing. Honestly, she wasn't complaining. She was just saying I was not sticking to my budget, and that's a bad thing. In all honesty, I mean, this might make my wife seem like she's like very money concerned and all those things. That's not it. That's not it. The thing is, you got to know your limits. You got to know where you have to spend and where to stop. And with this, I'm like going. It's not a good thing. So within the family, within everything, she's the most reasonable. Not me, not me. I have like almost no control when it comes to funds. I'm like trying very hard. Like, like if it were me, I might not have gone this much. I might have gone something even less budgety. But you know, I'm trying to get it to be as cool as possible and as like dust proof as possible. Like because I'm very concerned about the overall safety and everything. So that's why I had to go get the Tomahawk instead of getting like the basic B650 motherboard, and also make sure I get these fans. Like the CPU case was actually a bang for buck. A bang for buck. I don't remember how much it cost, but the cheapest one among this within the components is obviously the fan header splitter right here. Yep, this is the fan header splitter for the CPU. The second cheapest was the CPU. It's like case itself, the case itself, and the next is obviously this one, and so on and so forth. So everything worked out, but this is the two things that I'm planning on. I'm thinking of getting. I mean, let me know in the comments below, everyone. Should I get two more RAM sticks to make it 128 gigabytes? Because currently it's 64. So should I go the extra mile? It's a bit costly. It's a bit something. I might get scolded by my wife again, but is it worth it? I'm a little unsure, but you let me know, okay? You let me know in the comment section. And this is it for the build, everyone. So thank you for watching. I'm hoping to get the NVMe SSD soon and move this over, do all the stuff I need, and ultimately get the server back up and running soon. So I'm very excited to try it out with 9900X AMD. Yep, I'm hoping to try it out soon. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope to see you all in the next one. Make sure to have a wonderful day, wonderful time, and see you all next time. Bye.